to Keto Weekly Update with your host, Alycia from Ketoupgrade.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 25 of Keto Weekly Update. My father-in-law is playing music downstairs because they're doing some building in the garage, so I hope you can't hear that. He's probably going to be loud, but I had to get this shot. He did sleep 2 hours, but I had just gotten last week's video edited. I always like to try and edit the one before I shoot another one so that I know what I said, because half the time I don't remember what I said. So I just finished that and I got my new ring light set up. So now the lighting should be pretty good all around, I think. I have it on pretty low because it is sunny outside, but it definitely helps with shadows, that's for sure. So, he turned 7 months. Now he sits up by himself, unassisted. Yeah. He's been eating tons of food. We're over 30 foods and spices. Yeah. And I got a bunch of food prepped. Every time I give him something, I prep extra and throw it in the freezer so I can just pull it out for random little meals. Because right now he's only eating 1 meal a day. But soon he's going to be eating 2, 3, and then 2 snacks. So just going to keep going up and up and up. So I'm trying to prep ahead of time to get some stuff in the freezer. So when his appetite really kicks in, I'll have some for him. He does really good eating. Yesterday he ate 2 slices of avocado, 3 slices of cooked apple, 3 slices of cooked pear, and a half a piece of papaya. It was that long, and there was only half left. And he had some scrambled eggs. So he's doing pretty good, and there wasn't a ton, in his bib or in the high chair or on the floor. Getting willies? You getting some willies? So he's doing really good. And I feel like it's helping me not focus on food as much, with myself, because I'm watching him eat and sitting there watching him, and so I'm not, I don't know, I'm not super hyper focused on my food, which is good, because I usually am, because I love food so much. But I'm glad to be able to get him into the food. It's more enjoyable for me now, getting to give him all different types of food, even stuff that I've never had. I've never had papaya before. I tried it. It's okay. I'm not a huge melon person. It kind of tastes like melon. He was devouring it. So hopefully it keeps up. I'll keep fruit around. What are you doing? Not time for milk yet. He does it all the time, but I don't think he knows what it means yet. But, oh, you got hiccups. Getting so much hair. Speaking of hair, I did mine for the wedding. I just went super pale pink. This is going to wash out in probably 4 washes, because I did red and diluted it with tons of conditioner. So literally I was just putting conditioner in my hair with a tiny bit of pigment in it. So, and then I just did a little bit darker at the roots and front with a little bit of purple at the end, which is already coming out. So it's going to be out of my hair. I just want to kind of give my hair a rest this time around, and I'm going to bleach it again in 8 weeks or so. But I'm sure that's real loud in the video. I think I should have given him this to play with. He turned 7 months. We didn't have any checkup because they had one at 6 months, but I weighed and measured him. He gained almost a pound since 6 months. He's 16 3/4 pounds, and he grew almost an inch. He's 26 3/4 inches. He's getting big, which I was worried because he really wasn't eating his bottles as much as normal. But I think with just the food, he's getting plenty. But he is literally standing all the time. I just put him, we have an ottoman, and I'll put him in between my legs and the ottoman, and he'll just stand there. And half the time he's not even holding on to anything. He'll play with his toys and stuff while he's standing there. He loves it. So soon we're going to put together the little helper thing in the kitchen, and he's going to be next to me, helping me, hopefully learning to crack eggs and all sorts of stuff. Watch me cook. And then we're going to shoot hopefully some videos and do some short videos maybe of us cooking together. Yeah. He loves his taco. Don't throw it. You're not going to get it back. We're going to a party tomorrow. Or did I even say that I went up 1.5 pounds? Not quite at 250. Like I said, I'm going up 2, down 2, up 2, down 2. But I haven't quite went up 2 pounds fully. But I'm definitely feeling better. My clothes, someone mentioned, she's like, I think the scale is lying to you. I'm like, yeah, I know. I have a couple shirts that I don't really like the way they fit me right now, but I'll try them on every once in a while, and they're definitely fitting better. So I did go and get some new clothes because I literally have like no clothes to wear that fit me. And I really didn't want to buy a new wardrobe, but it got to the point where I'm wearing like the same shirts over and over again. So, are you sick of sitting? We are going to a party tomorrow. I made the cake for it. It is a gluten-free, low-carb cake, but they want regular frosting. So I'll put that up here. It's two of my friends. Well, my friend and his daughter have a birthday around the same time. And because my mom's wedding was last weekend, and Christina and Matt were there, they couldn't celebrate their birthdays. So we're having a celebration tomorrow. And I made the cake for them. So I'll put that up on the screen. It turned out really cool. It's not the best. I had a vision in my head and I wanted to do cool lettering. It was the first time I've done it. So that was my first attempt at that lettering. I want to have him stand up on the table, but he's too tall. You're too tall. You don't fit in the screen no more. You got to remember there's a table edge. You can't stand on air. Nope. Other than that, I have done a couple more tests on cinnamon rolls. Nothing like spectacular yet. They taste okay. It's just they don't stay like soft. As soon as they cool down, they're not very good anymore. Don't eat my book, please. He is chewing on everything, but the top teeth are not coming in. It seems like he's back to his normal schedule of like sleeping good, an hour and 15, hour and a half at a time. He wants to bite everything, but his teeth aren't coming in. So I don't know what's going on there. But I had some surprise orders this week from the bakery, but it's all like last minute stuff. It just seems like there's something I wanted to like kind of touch on with if any of you watched my like story, I don't know if I mentioned exactly. I don't know. I haven't done like my jobs and like career kind of story. I've done my weight loss journey. So if you want to hear that, or if you'd be interested in seeing that video, let me know in the comments below, and I'll shoot that. But the reason, like, I went to pastry school, but I couldn't find a job that like really used my skills and paid well. So I ended up going into the restaurant business just because it was kind of, I had to. Like, it was kind of what needed to be done. And I was going to make the same amount as I was going to make being an executive pastry chef at a restaurant. So, and I was going to be a grill cook, So I went into that business and kind of just got stuck there, especially because like nowadays, most bakeries are closing. Like, everybody says that they'd come to my keto bakery, but I had a bunch of customers at the bakery, and I thought for sure, like, as soon as I was able to, do orders and be at vendor shows, that they'd be there. That's not the case, which some have been, and I really appreciate. I have a couple viewers that actually come like from pretty far away to come get stuff from me, but I really didn't end up having a lot of customers that came back. And when I had the bakery, so many people came in, one, looking for stuff like right away that they wanted, like, a cake for a birthday party that day. And in this business, to make a cake, you can't just have cake just sitting out, like whole cakes, for people to buy, because we're not busy enough for that. And people are just so used to going, no, he's in the hair pulling and eating phase. People are so used to going to Walmart or Wegmans or Costco or whatnot to get a cake right away. And it's like just those big box stores and people being kind of like, they want what they want right now is kind of killing the bakery business, unfortunately. And that's why I can't imagine having a storefront, because I wouldn't be busy enough. Like, I was barely busy enough having the bakery last year. No, you can't eat that. You have your taco. He wants the microphone. No, you got to eat your taco. But like, I didn't break even last year. And even if I was just renting that spot, I probably wouldn't have broken even, because it's just so expensive. And then our ingredients are so expensive, and not having the consistency where some weeks I would make $300 and other weeks I'd make, $2,000. Like, there's no way with that kind of thing. If you don't have your case stocked, you can't sell. But if you have your case stocked and no one comes in, you lose all that. So it's just this day and age where everything is, DoorDash, you can order, get whatever you want right away, stuff like that. Like, I just feel like bakeries aren't going to be sustainable anymore. We have a 150-year-old bakery that just closed down. Like, there is no sustainability anymore with bakeries with our current way things are done around. Everybody just wants everything right away. And this week I had 2 people call me up wanting things right away. And obviously I don't keep whole cakes in my freezer because, I don't want to give crappy product. So, I bake everything fresh. I have stuff from my vendor shows, which is what I ended up selling. But, it's not a birthday cake by any means. It's just, cupcakes and cookies. But, which I can do, and I'm fine with it, if that's what they want. But it all just comes down to that. Like, I don't think that the bakery is going to be a sustainable thing. Even if I do try and do it more full time and, do more vendor shows, my vendor shows, I'm only making a couple hundred. And it's like, it's so much work to go and set up and sell and break down. You're spending 5-6 hours only making $100. And then if you can't save the product, you're really screwed. So I don't know. I really don't know what to do, because I don't think the bakery thing is going to be too lucrative. I mean, if I can get it to the point where I'm just taking orders and, I actually have people come into the vendor shows, I can probably still do it. But it's just the fact that I don't think I'm ever going to make a living selling keto goods, especially because people rather just the easy way. Just go to the grocery store, pick up something, even if it's not as good as what I make. It's convenient, unfortunately. So I don't know. Just food for thought. If you think about it, go and support your local bakery, because they're probably hurting and they might not be around for very much longer. All the people that came in looking for bakeries when I was doing the keto bakery, they were looking for actual bread and this and that, and they didn't want gluten-free or keto. But literally, they're just like, there's no bakeries anymore. I'm like, I know, because people stopped going to them because you got big stores. The reason that, we have a store called Tops, basically like Kroger, Publix, whatever. But I actually did an interview there for a cake decorator. And they're like, can you speed ice? I totally lied. I'm like, yeah, sure. Well, they didn't even let me finish the cake because I was taking too long. So and I was thinking about this when I was making the cake yesterday, that I was taking a long time making this cake. And I was thinking back to that moment, and that's why small mom and pop bakeries don't last, because they push their workers at big box stores to get it out fast. And they aren't baking the cakes there. They are taking it out of the freezer, taking their bucket frosting, coloring it, frosting super fast. It looks sloppy. I went and looked at the cakes after I finished my interview, and I noticed how sloppily they looked. And, that's what you get, though. Bakeries nowadays are few and far between because of that. But I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to still make cakes and stuff on the side and have fun doing it. I just need people to think ahead and order from me ahead of time. But I think that's about it for my rambling in this episode of Keto Weekly Update. Let me know how you guys are doing. Ooh. Are you guys having some parties this year? Are you going to your local bakery and getting bakery stuff? Oh, that's another thing cost-wise, too. People complain about the high cost of a professional bakery, and it's because we take our time. It looks perfect. And the other stores, yeah, they'll give you a free smash cake with your, $100, 50-person, feeding cake. But it's all just frozen stuff that's not baked fresh. And so you get what you pay for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Keto Weekly Update. I'm not going to be able to do this much longer with him. He's getting crazy. Let me know in the comments below how your keto journeys are going, what you guys are up to this year, this summer. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Man. And as always, I'll be back with more keto videos. Bye, guys. Bye.
As I mentioned earlier, watching a lot of behind the scenes stuff, seeing Dan partying, and people abandoned drinking beer in the middle of the day. It's really hard to watch now because you know where he is. So looking at this, it's like, bro,